different setup. This is a laptop setup. How's everyone doing today? It's been a bit. Yeah, I'll explain it once we start getting into it. We're gonna be building the real grade Shining Gundam. You know, we finally get to. My baby boy finally came home. You know, he finally showed up, and I get to build my baby boy. I can't wait to do this. I really like building Gundam. So let's move scenes. Pretty sure I set this up. Yeah. So you know, as you can see, you know, my baby boy, real grade Shining Gundam. Oh, let me set up some music. I have some music. I had one specific song I had in mind. You know, we just have some simple, just calm music, right? Nothing too crazy. Okay, let me just fix the audio a little bit. Alright, there we go. So yeah, how's everyone doing today? We're gonna be building this guy. If you were here last stream, there was technically a secondary stream like about 2 hours, not 2 hours ago, like 2-3 days ago. But I deleted that video because, you know, I wasn't really happy with it. So, you know, oh boy. So today's just mostly just a relaxation day, you know. I've been spending a lot of time doing school stuff, studying, because, you know, exams are coming up. So, you know, having this guy come out, I was like, yeah, I'll use this as a 2-in-1, you know. I use it for school. I use it for relaxing from school, and I use it for you know, streaming content, I guess. You know, I brought my, I mean, he's alright, you know, the real grade, God Gundam. Oh, focusing isn't really that great. So I'm using the same setup as, like, the Beyblade setup, but no Beyblades today, you know, we're gonna, unfortunately, because of the camera angles and, you don't get to see him, so he gets put to the side. I guess before we build him, let me, pull out some funny stuff, like, this. I was talking about this a while ago. Oh, here. The little action figure I made of myself. I might do a stream sometime later where I paint him. But it's like, I did a pretty good job on it. Like, look at that. Like, 270 degree angle hands. Also on legs. Rotating hip, so I have some pretty good flexibility, and some strong flexibility here, and he's the joints are tight enough that he doesn't flop around. So maybe once exams are over, I'll reprint like the outside parts with resin, and we'll do a painting stream where I paint this guy. And then a different project I was working on was you know, I was starting to get into Deltarune because, you know, chapter 3 and 4 came out like a month or two ago. I was working on like the Roaring Knight, you know, look at the little sword. I even implemented like a flexible hand and all that. But at the moment I only had like the head, like the little head. It's not antlers because we don't actually know, but it's like head thing. We have that set up, but I haven't really finished that. But yeah, no, last stream I was working on some other stuff, but I was just not happy with the quality of like that stream, so I just got rid of it. So, you know, nothing too crazy on this, you know, it's just typical instructions. I also have my own case of I guess the paint's falling apart. You know, God hand nippers, and then some like supplies. You know, paintbrushes for panel lining, just small painting, and a buffing thing so I can clean. I don't actually know why this is here. I guess that's just like to clean parts. Mostly we just need God hand, and I specifically replaced the X-Acto blade on this to keep it sharp, you know? Clear off some stuff off the table. So yeah, no, all this still unopened. we'll just be following through and opening as we go, right? So yeah, how's everyone doing today? I'm doing pretty alright. You know, I did my typical, you know, go to liquidation center, check things out. There wasn't anything cool today. Alright, here we go. So I guess the first thing we get to work on is legs. E. But yeah, I can talk about whatever, you know. I guess I'll repeat some of the topics that I had, that I talked about before in the old stream, because, you know, it's gone. But probably, if I'm the only, this is probably gonna be the only streams I'm gonna be doing for the moment. And even then, I probably won't even stream that much, because, you know, exams. Alright, here, okay. Are these repeats? Oh yeah, these are ×2. Okay. I guess I'll do 2 of them at a time. I should 3D print like a little frame thing, like I've seen online that there's like a frame thing that people use, like where it stands up like this. But we'll probably, I probably won't. I usually typically just like throw them to the side, right? So, if anyone here is unfamiliar with how like the model kits work, Gunpla, you cut the pieces out. It's just like a little sprue kit where how they do it is they injection mold plastic into these parts, so the plastic flows into all these little nooks and crannies, and then the person who like makes it, you know, they cut the pieces out and then assemble it following these instructions. But yeah, no, things have been kind of slow besides, you know, school stuff. Okay, so E11. Okay. Yeah, okay. Every once in a while, I'll look to the side to see if, like, you know, you get to actually see. Personally, how I do it is, how a lot of people do it is they. Okay, yeah, you can kind of see it. They cut a small gap, and then they use the thing and snip it off. But personally, I'm more of someone who uses a little knife to cut the piece off. I've just had better results because, you know, the piece that goes away. Oh, yeah, it's so small you can't even see it. But what happens is that it's just it just makes it for a cleaner look. Personally, though, I might be a little, like, you know, it might be a little different because I'm wearing gloves just to, you know, hide my hands from you guys, because you'll never find my identity. Yeah, things have been kind of, like, you know, kind of boring. Been weirdly reminded and cursed of, like, you know, dreams and all that. And not in like a, I don't know, like a, oh, I have a destiny to do stuff type of dream. It's more like a, hey, remember the people that aren't in your life anymore? Remember them. I'm like, damn, I do kind of miss them. I've spent a lot of time, like, you know, thinking about how, like, you know, it's always those, like, if they don't, you know, message you first, then, you know, they weren't really your friend type thing. I mean, I don't think most of my friends don't actually do that, but that's because they're, like, they're just not that type of people most of the time. Unless, like, you know, but except every once in a while they actually remember. But the people who aren't in my life anymore, it's like I've made the attempt to try and be in their life, but they just won't accept it. So it's like, nothing you can do about that, huh? Okay, so these two pieces. I really, you know, it's unfortunate that, I mean, I'm just using a typical webcam. If I had a little bit of, like, you know, what type of camera would I say? I don't know, just like a high def camera. That would have been pretty cool. I don't expect to finish this. Like, I'm probably gonna be doing this for maybe 1-2 hours, and then we'll call it in. And if I remember, it usually takes me about 12 hours to finish a real grade. So it's probably gonna be a couple streams, you know, which is fine with me, you know. The part of it's the journey to building the Gundam itself, rather than the destination of having it. As much as, like, you know, this is cool and all, I really like the, you know, the slow build and anticipation and you know, build up to this. Maybe I'll even do some more paint. I'll start doing some painting streams while I'm doing stuff like this. But this is like a twofold thing, because I kind of want to make a costume of the Shining Gundam. You know, my baby boy. Oh, I should, I guess no one said anything just yet, but it's like, oh, you know, that's actually a little funny. I have a little monitor now. You didn't get to see it before, but I have this little monitor where I can, I use it for, chat. To like, check chat. Okay, so yeah, we got our first piece. Then we gotta do it a second time. These are times 2 things. You know, I heard that, from stories of how, I mean, it doesn't particularly apply, but, like, because this is a real kit. Oh, okay, there we go. But, fake kits, like Daban type of, model kits, you're supposed to, like, wash them. Because apparently, what they do effectively the same thing as, like, the Bandai stuff, where it's like this, the injection molding and all that, after they copy it, because, you know, it's bootleg. But after they do that, they usually don't clean the release film that they put onto the molds. So it's like it's your problem to, like, clean it. Yeah, I was just thinking, like, oh, the animation stuff I've been wanting to do, where, one of the characters in there was based on, actually, no, 2 of them. Oh, crap. I'm gonna, you know, let me look at the piece. It's probably fine. I accidentally started slashing into the piece. Because I was a little distracted telling my story. 11:06, okay. But it's like one of the characters in there is based off of someone who I guess I'm effectively not friends with anymore. And I was thinking, like, how do I approach like this now? Like, how do I change this up? I'm like, in a way, I kind of want to just leave it as is, because it's like, I mean, the chance that they'll actually see my animation like the story and all that, and actually, it's pretty blatant who it is when, if they ever see it. But, you know, what are the chances they do? What are the chances they'll care? I'll just probably just make, like, an adjacent character or something, you know? But yeah, if you have any woes or anything you want to talk about, it's cool with me. I'm free to do whatever. This is meant to be a checkpoint, you know, a little spot where, you know, everyone can relax, have a bit of, you know, chill. That's why I picked this song, because it's like it's the song that the internet use, like YouTube. A lot of people use as like the YouTube checkpoint, where people talked about like life and all that. Something that I can't do is like, oh, I usually would not have actually like, a glove under here. Is that, you know, there are parts where like the plastic looks kind of white because of like stress marks, and I usually use my fingernail to like clean that up, but you know I can't really do that right now because you know glove. Oh, give me a moment. Someone's started streaming. Okay, don't I have my? Did I knock my ear? Oh yeah, I did. Let me just go and get that, set that up, and so I can bother them. You know what I'm saying? I love bothering people. Oh wait. Just give me a moment, and then there'll be what else is there to really mention? Oh, you know how I was talking about like Ethereum and all that, the mobile app. It's just kind of it's kind of weird seeing a bunch of people just like disappear over time. You know, a lot of people graduated from that app, which is kind of weird. Oh, I also have a cup of water. Fine. Something I do think about when I'm like making these is like you know how like there's like the little nibs that I was talking about. What do I where did like that's a lot of microplastic, you know. As much as I love me my shining Gundam, and you know I love plastic, I love microplastics, but like for real though, that's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, how do I, oh, oops. Just some parts I didn't cut out. Alright, there we go. Yeah, because like in here, he has like a super mode where his foot like pops out a little bit. I wonder if this is like a good content, you know, it's just spending a bunch of time yapping. I'm just talking. I love talking. Love talking. Just talk about whatever, you know? Talk about my woes. Talk about your woes. You know what I'm saying? You know, you woe what I'm saying? Whoopsies. I gotta just. Yeah, just talk about. I might have made a mistake. Not like like an actual mistake on the kid, but it's like I show up onto I visit someone's stream, friend, and then and I'm like, oh, I'm busy right now, I'm streaming, and they're like, oh, go visit them. Oh no, oh no, I'm being perceived. All right, there we go. E15. Okay. Okay. This piece has a bit of just extra that you're supposed to chop off. Oh, this is actually kind of annoying to hold. I might just pop it like that. You cannot see that. Okay. Yeah, let me just. Yeah, this is a situation where I would scratch it with my thumb, or not thumb, a fingernail, and hope that the little white mark goes away. But my hands are a little too bulky to be able to do this, so. Oopsies! But oh, something that's gonna happen soon. It's not that soon. Is that I get to hang out with my personal friends again. My real life friendos. Oh crap! You actually see it. Okay. Well, not really. It's more like a toe joint. What are the chances that someone actually looks there? Probably nothing. Probably nothing. It's nothing. Okay, I can't. I legit can't. I'm having trouble seeing. So I gotta. Okay, there we go. Oh, almost stabbed myself. Wait, where'd the piece go? There we go. Very small pieces, and I'm working it in gloves. One of my friends, he tried getting into Gunpla, but apparently he has really big fingers. Like nothing against him, but apparently he was having a lot of trouble doing like these kits because of how intricate, like how tiny these pieces are. Like, look at that. That's tiny. Oh, whoops. There's a piece I didn't cut yet. It's a little annoying. There we go. There we go. Let me get the other person's voice out of my head, so I don't have to. I don't get a little bit distracted. Okay, so we're done. Step 1-2. It's time for. Okay. Pull this up. Which one's this one? Is this A? A1. Where's A2? Okay, here's A1 and A2. I need them. Wait, what? Oh, that's odd. Oh, you can't see it. this one has like the perforated thing so you can tear. This one doesn't. So I have to, you know, open it like that. A2. Okay, the eyes. We don't need those yet. Ooh, shiny gold eyes. Do need this. Oh. Poor tear. Oh yeah, this was a bad tear. Jeez. Okay, we'll tear the other side then. That wasn't really that good either. I'm making a mess. Okay. The runner. Oh, right, these are called runners. I keep calling them sprues because that's what they're like. If, in the manufacturing sense, they're like, you know, trees, like sprues. Because it's like a tree and a tree branch. But in the Gundam Gundam for this, it's, they're called runners. I forgot. Hey. Teehee, teehee. Alright. Alright, here we go. A6. 625. Okay. Oh, it's the red parts. Okay. Right. Yeah. Yes. Of course. No, that was a little bit stupid of me for me to not realize it's not this. 16 and 25. You know what, that part's not so bad. That's not a part you'll see anyways. Oh, by the way, I should probably mention that these are cut-proof gloves. Oh, cut-resistant, not cut-proof. Actually, you know, I'll show it after I finish this part. But they're cut resistant and not cut proof because, you know, if you cut oh man, funny story about that. Actually, you can actually see hole right there. But even beyond that, there we go. Okay, oh yeah, you won't even see them. It's like under. Okay, where's the other glove? There was one time I did a group like, you know, model kit building thing with my friends. You can see, you know, this is the glove I was using when I was doing it. You notice how there's a bit of red right there? Yeah. You know, I washed these just like this morning, like earlier today. Not, it wasn't really this, I guess, yeah, it was this morning. But yeah, no, I washed those, and it's still there. These are a little thick. I'm gonna have to snip them down a bit more. Sometimes you need to, I mean, to do the way I'm doing it, sometimes these are a little too thick, so you gotta cut them down a little bit so they're easier to cut. Even though you don't actually. Yeah, that's fine. I guess I can talk about like those controversies of that's been happening in the VTuber scene. What's it when V Shoujo kind of imploded due to I guess corruption. Either corruption or extreme mismanagement. There we go. So yeah, his foot like shoots out a little bit like this. Yeah. Okay. Oh, if you're bothered by, if you guys are bothered by the music being, the exact same song, I can change the song for you if you really want to. You just need to tell me. Because I just like, I can take that. I can live with having the same song play for hours on end, but it's like, oh, yeah, right, chat. If you guys don't want to, it's cool with me. Nah, I can work with this. The way I cut these is like the most like you're not supposed to do it like that. Like it's 100% the reason why I cut my thumb when I was doing it with my friends. It's legit. I get the blade, I put it towards the part, and just stab it straight into my index finger. Which is why having a cut resistant gloves plus resistant gloves plus what's it? Oh, actually no, this part's completely covered. Like I said, the enjoyment is from the building. I don't have to skip steps. I don't have to, even though people don't see it, and even if I forget in a few years, at the moment, this is what I'm enjoying. Someone can go and say, "Hey, why don't you just get just like someone with like I don't know, Warhammer." It's like, why don't you just get your own pre-painted miniatures? It's like, no, you don't get it. The fun is in the painting. At least some of it. And just like this, it's like part of the fun is the building. That's why I kind of don't understand when people go and what's it? there are people who buy like the full completed kits of these, like, you know, someone who's already built them, or like they pay someone to build these. I just don't get it. I love the building part. It's kind of wild that it's already been 30 minutes. Like I've done like barely anything. Okay, these are all undergated parts, so I can get away with just nipping them. This part is a little unruly to hold on my hand. For a second I thought it flew away somewhere. I'm like, oh, it's just gone. I'm gonna have to go look for it. I mean, luckily this is, you know, red, so it's not that crazy to look for. Yeah, it's not bad. Which one did I take out? 3? Yeah, all undergated, so you don't actually see the part that you're snipping. But yeah, after I finish building this guy, what I'm gonna go do is use this guy and start taking photo references so I can build the cosplay for him. Because that is something I've wanted to do ever since I was a child. Ever since I saw G Gundam, was make a cosplay of this guy with the transforming and everything. But now that I'm an adult and not stupid and actually know what the hell I'm doing, I'm gonna go make that real. Because I remember as a kid, there was a time where I was like, you know, imagining the idea of like building the Mario Kart like car thing. I was gonna build it out of cardboard, but I never actually had like a full idea on how to do it. As an adult, I do, because I actually like understand how to build with cardboard. Unlike me as a kid, who couldn't do that, apparently. Yeah, that's what, if you saw my other stream where I was 3D modeling the Shining Gundam, I was using as many photo references as I could, mostly of the master grade, which I can grab out, like, right now, actually. Let me just, shove this piece in, and I'll go and grab him. Let me go get it. His hands kind of fell off. One of them was like actually here, but I don't actually know where the other hand is. So I was using this guy for photo references. You know, real old. This kit, I built this like 10 years ago. And as you can see, the little, oh, you kind of can in the fuzz, the little mark right there. That's because when I built this kit, I used toenail clippers to like snip the pieces off. I used scissors, like, okay, it was pretty barbaric. I used scissors. I cut like this part. I like with scissors, and then I used toenail clippers to snip the nibs off. I actually still use the exact same pair, same toenail clippers, because you know somehow they just don't get dull. Oh, me and my friends watched the Minecraft movie the other day. It sucked. That shit sucked. What was everyone on about? I don't know what they were talking about. That shit was not enjoyable. Like, basically all of us agreed that it's like second screen type of movie where you'd have like your phone out you're playing on your phone or hanging out talking with someone else while that's playing in the background. We also did watch like the beta version, like the unfinished version of the movie, which made the effects worse. And for some reason, when the site we were watching on started creating like a time delay, like a noise delay, but that didn't really matter that much because we weren't really that focused on the movie. But like, if I actually like got my friends to watch that in theaters, we'd be pissed. It's hard getting things to fit with these gloves. Okay, there we go. What else is there to talk about? Oh, you know what? Earlier today, actually, what's it? They revealed what Spider-Man's new suit is in the new movie. Kinda surprising how they actually did call it Brand New Day. It's like, oh, you got some balls to do that. Considering how mad people were from the original calling one more day, brand new day stuff, considering it basically stagnated Peter Parker for like ever. He's still stagnated even to this day. So that's real bold of them to call it Brand New Day. But apparently the suit still looks like the one from the end of the movie of No Way Home. So that's pretty cool. Oh, okay, so we got that done. Where's the new piece? E. Pull out the E's again. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, 8. Okay, this is one of those pieces where you wouldn't see any of the things anyways. So we just snip, snip. Okay, so long side. There's no difference, okay. Snip, snip. Push that in. Okay, 9 and 10. Hey, you know something I was kind of thinking about? You know how people say... You know how people say that, you know, you make content for yourself and then people will come in to watch? I do wonder, like, I don't think those people, the people who say that are being, like, really honest. Because, you know, it's just like, it's significantly harder than you think about when you do something like that, right? Alright, press this in until I hear a click. Okay. Oh, yeah. You know, I tried designing a foot that actually fit, that, like, worked like this, but it just didn't work out. Too small. The prints were, 3D prints were too small because of, like, the figure size. Like, yeah, sure, technically, the real grade Gundams are shorter than my 6-inch, 1/12 scale, but the thing is that you get to build this. You know, it actually would be pretty crazy if, it's kind of funny how, in a sense, the only way these kits can even, like, these are possible is because, they're like, DIY build-it-yourself kits. Oh, wait, give me a second, I'm about to sneeze. Yeah, just sneezed. The only way this stuff is possible is that you build the kit, right? Because imagine, like, legit paying to, like, manufacture something like this. This would be, like, actually, like, $200 with just the raw, work required to, like, build it. Okay, there we go. That was done. Oh, you do see it. Oh, crap. Goddamn. Goddamn. Oh, wait, no you don't. Technically you don't. But this one I will, actually do it proper. That's what I'm talking about. You can't rush the things. I rush one thing and I get hit with the friggin' Uncle Ben type of situation. Immediately realize, oh no, you actually see the part. It's ruined. You know, I thought about being like, do a funny, in a way, like, oh, if I do actually mess up, you know, be like, ah, grr, oh, whoa, ah, I'm so angry, ah, you know what I'm saying? You know, hit the table, you know, be like a funny rager or whatever. But I'm a little, streaming really mellows me out. Like, I guess the way my body copes with stress in this situation is by being absurdly calm. Oh, wait, no. I got confused for a second because I was like, why is that filled? That's not supposed to be filled. Did this runner got a mistake? No, it's no, it's not a mistake. Oh, you know, I was just kind of thinking, you know, since this is like also a Handcam stream, like, this is a Handcam stream using the setup I use for my Beyblade setup. It's that, when I'm doing that, oh wait, no, it's not when I'm doing it. It's like, apparently due to, YouTube's new, like, ways to detect, because, you know, censorship, we hate censorship, they took away my, they took away my freak material. First they take away my freak material, then they go and try and ruin all my stuff. not the other part first. I should probably put that piece in first. But you know, there's been a lot of like pushing for censorship weirdly. Like the Itch and Steam were pressured by Visa and MasterCard to remove, you know, explicit games. I'll say, adult explicit games, and people were cheering because, you know, haha, I hate freaks, the gooners. But then they went after horror games that depicted sensitive topics, whether or not it's done well or not didn't matter to them. They were going black and white. So all like horror games like mouthwashing got removed, and that's when people started getting concerned because, oh yeah, okay, you didn't realize that any form of censorship's bad. You were on their side until you realized they were never on yours. Wow. But part of YouTube's way of effectively censorship is that they're gonna go and have it so it using AI to scan your stuff. E and G. Okay, I'm gonna have to look through this. Oh wait, no. E. I don't have G yet. I don't think I've opened G. You know, these are A's, B, I, H, C, F, D. What? Okay, let me look through this again. A1, A2, B, I, H, C, F. Oh, there's G. No stab tabs either. Oh, tear tabs on this one. So E12. Phone did a notification. I look, it's nothing. Oh yeah, right. As I was saying, the censorship thing. They're gonna use a system where they scan the type of videos you're watching and then assign you an age. So if you decide to start watching kids shows because, you know, I don't know, you're nostalgic or whatever, they could assign you, they could just be like, you're a child now, you're not allowed to watch any cool content, any cool not child content, which really stabs like someone who makes like I don't know, something like Beyblades in the foot. Like, it damages stuff for me too, because, you know, I do those Beyblade streams every once in a while. I can't, if they implement that, I effectively can't do that anymore. Even though it's supposed to be an adult, you know, whatever. If a kid shows up, they want to talk, sure. I'll explain to them Beyblade dynamics or whatever. But, in a way, it's going to backfire because, you know, instead of just YouTube letting just parents police what their kids are watching, They're gonna instead, you know, auto mod using, and you know how great YouTube's auto mod is. It sucks. So, you know, you do that, it's like, oh. Anyone who's into, like, the adult hobby side of it, it's over for them. Oh, you can't even see. Oh, sorry. I thought the camera was, wide enough that it showed that. You know something that I just kind of don't understand? How are these more detailed than previous you know, generations of like Gundam, like just model kits, not even you know, not even just model kits, just toys. How are these so? No, wait. Oh crap. Which side is it supposed to be on? Okay. Oh. Butterfingers. I'm having a bit of trouble placing this. Well, that's not correct. Oh, maybe I just have it upside down, actually. Nope, wrong way. There we go. Not exactly happy about how I cut that. I should probably fix the piece like right now. Just a bit more cutting. Okay, let me... Wait, no. Oh, fuck. I sliced a little too hard. Oops. Uh-oh. Let's hope that's not that big of a deal. Yeah, that's one disadvantage of using a knife. Yeah, sometimes the knives just glide straight through the piece like butter. It's like, oh, no! You know what I'm saying? second. Okay, there we go. Just need to pop it in properly. Oh. Left it. I didn't clean up this one. Just give me a second. Let me go and actually restart the music, because it's like, it's probably nearing the end. Oh yeah, it's not really, but might as well reset it anyways. Anything happened while I was just missing? No, no. Okay, so now we get about the A models again. Six. Alright, give me a moment. I'm gonna go and kill you. How do I get rid of you? I'm gonna go and remove this guy, but just every once in a while I'm reminded, like, oh, I don't actually know how to use this thing. Put that, straight macro, straight channel, manage goals, Yeah, you know, I weirdly don't remember how to do this, so I'll just vaporize you out of... Pop you out of there. Hope you get popped out from... this restream. I don't know. Are things still running well? It says it's unstable. Keyframe interval too high. Let me try fixing that. Well, we'll see if that changes anything. Okay, let me set this back up. How did I set? There we go. Let's get back to work. That's unfortunate. See, it seems that there was an air bubble where one of the parts I was, where one of the nibs were. That's real unfortunate. I don't have like modeling clay or anything to stop that, but. No, it actually doesn't matter which side I have to sit in. Yeah, it does. I'm trying to press it in, but it's not pressing in. It's not pressing in. Okay, let me look at this again. Okay, so that lip part at the bottom. Okay, so I've been putting it in upside down. Oh, okay, I guess it's like it's just supposed to be like that, huh? Okay. 26, 1 and 8. Okay. 27 and 8. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little tired. You know, at least to me, this is really relaxing. You know, get to slowly enjoy building a little Gundam kit. I'll try and pick out a different song that's like, oh yeah, I could infinitely loop. I actually, before I thought of like the YouTube checkpoint, you know, Donkey Kong song, I had a different song in mind. It was like the Wii Fit, like yoga music. It's a really good song. Okay, I legit don't understand why it's not, like, fitting. Okay, give me a second. I'm just gonna take a lean back, because, you know, straight posture does actually, like, mess with my back a little bit. But need to actually, like, click this in. Like, what's the deal here? Okay, there we go. Now it's in proper. They just... You know, just... Ooh. You know what's an exercise that I was listening, like I listen to people talk about online. That's pretty helpful. Calisthenics, but it's like if you have a pull-up bar, just if you're not strong enough to do like pull-ups and sit-up pull-ups and chin-ups, it's just good to be able to do hanging exercises. So like, okay, you can't do those because, you know, you don't have your built-up arm strength. Okay, we can start out by just hanging, just on the little pull-up bar. Just hold it. Just hold your arms. Just hang there, and for like a good like minute, like for they say like try to do 100 seconds a day. Like, doesn't matter if it has to be like cumulative or like a single, like all at once. Do that like every day, and it's really good for your arms. Like, good for your grip strength, good for your lats, good for your just good for your arms. And I've been doing that. It's like I've been actually really noticing an improvement in my like arm strength and grip strength. Though one annoying thing about it, before I realized, oh wait a minute, I have a way to fix that, was that my hands were starting to get calloused from it. I'm like, no, I like my hands to have baby smooth, be baby smooth. You know, I like my hands soft and feminine. So I was having like, ah, damn, I'm getting calluses on my hands. Oh wait a minute. I have gloves. I have workout gloves. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Just sit to the side so I can put this piece in. Okay, that's why I was having so much trouble. It's because I set the wings all the way up to like the front. It's hard. Oh, I set the weird like fin leg wing things all the way up, which was hard to push in. If I push them down, it's a lot easier to have it on. That's the thing, you know. In the instructions, it'd actually be easier if you put this white piece on first, and then put the little feet wingies on. That's why I was having so much trouble. You know, every once in a while I think, like, you know, when I'm streaming, I should probably, like, you know, start speaking with my chest, you know, start just like, You know what I'm saying? You know, start trying to put a bit more boom to my voice, rather than just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Just like put a little boom. Oopsies. I left the piece. I gotta snip with the blade. Cut. Cut. There we go. Alright, reveal the piece. Alright, what's the instructions? So first, we set. Pop this piece on. Oh, okay. The other leg. You know something that, do you ever just not breathe enough? Like, I see, I feel it out every once in a while. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just doing stuff like the auto breathing that you do. But like every once in a while, I gotta sit down, like, I gotta like, oh, you know, I haven't been like really breathing well. So you gotta go, you know, like you get a bit of like a lot of air in your chest, in your body. Like I've been doing a little too much automatic breathing. I gotta get a bit of air in. You know, every once in a while when I'm like, I wake up from sleeping, I gotta do that. Like I'm like, damn. I feel like I haven't breathed in a while. You know? Okay, there's 3. I only cut 2. Where's the 3rd? I don't see it. That's weird. There we go. So in his super mode, these bend down like that, and his foot extends out a bit. This part is gonna be annoying to do in real life. Like, how am I doing that? Because not only am I gonna make a costume that people just have not made, because apparently Shining Gundam is not a fan favorite apparently for people. But also including that, no one has ever made a transforming one. Oh, I see, I see. The part is just so small that when I'm cutting it out, it's just gone. They really could have placed that one a little bit better, in a better spot. Yeah, there we go. Those are done. Okay, once we finish the feet, I think I'll call it in for the day, and then we'll do a... No, more people are streaming. I'll visit them after. Oh, it's you! How's it going? It's been a while. You haven't hated on me for in a good bit, you know? How's it been? Call it in now? No. We don't call it in at 90%. You know, we gotta get the 100, and then we'll call it. Then we'll call it in. Okay, so what's it? Ain't nobody want to see you build this. So be it. If no one wants to see me build it, so be it. You know, in a funny way, it's a little funny having it. It's like, oh, I'm wasting electricity. I'm wasting YouTube's like storage making this stream. I think it's a little funny. It's only a little bit funny. But yeah, no. Even if no one's here, it's fine. It's been great until I saw you streaming. Damn. Well, that's a shame. There we go. Okay, spin it. Spin it for 180. There we go. What else do we need to do? Oh, right, the G parts. Yeah, this is the final part. Alright, there we go. What are you building? A loser statue? Face blue, face blue smiling? No, I'm building, the real grade Shining Gundam. It's, my favorite Gundam from show G Gundam. You know, I've been waiting years for this guy to come out in real grade, ever since, apparently it was 3 years ago, where 3 years ago they released the real grade God Gundam. You know, I get this guy, and I'm like, but I like Shining Gundam more. So I'm pretty happy that this guy came out. Only took 3 years, you know. Now it's just gonna take another 3 years for Master Gundam to come out so I can get him. And then they're just gonna never come out with the rest of the Shuffle Alliance. Okay, let's see here. How do I orient this? It's supposed to be like this, but it's like, it's not clicking in. Oh. That's a little odd. If you love it, I hate it. Damn. That's unfortunate. So, foot's done. Well, I guess the both feet are done. Only took an hour and a half. Wow. Only nerds like Gundam. So be it. If only nerds like Gundam, then, you know, so be it. I mean, I've liked Gundam for a long time, so don't really particularly care. Only nerds like Gundam, right? Anyways, you know, we spent a long time building little legs, but, you know, I think that's all the time I have for today. We'll continue this probably another day. Probably not tomorrow. You know, I can't be doing this every day, because, you know, with exams coming up, I can't just, play, just like, yes, like, when I'm done studying, I go play more of this. No, I gotta have a couple days of, like, you know, gap, I guess. So we'll we'll call it in for the day. I'll probably come back in 2 days, maybe that's it. You know, this isn't exactly, like, something I get, like, nervous about like I usually do. What are nerdy response, yeah, what nerdy response, but yeah, you know, we'll call it in. So yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. There's apparently 2 people on YouTube, 1 person on Twitch. Thank you, Locked-In, for... Yeah, I meant to say, yeah, and I know. So, you know... But you still get what I mean. Yeah, I know. I got it. But yeah, thank you for visiting. Anyone else who's just been lurking, thank you. I don't know. But we're gonna be calling it in for today. Thank you. and I'll see you guys next time. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.